Man. Me and my man Jake talking how you was hating on Dak.
What?
Me and Jake talking about how you was hating on Dak.
You and Jake?
Yeah.
When?
We was just chatting about how black men got paid and you was hating.
When you was talking about this?
I posted Dak on my story and he swiped up.
You said I was hating?
Yeah. Well, I told him you was hating. Told him you was hating about Kirk Cousins getting fucking paid.
Why this little bitch from a fucking private?
Jeez, you see my dad post on the Facebook group? That shit look beautiful.
In the group?
Yeah.
Did he bring his game? Don't tell me about his game.
He might have.
Huh?
He might have.
Let's go. Man. That shit look tropical as fuck.
You know there's a fucking, the place he's in actually named after Liberia. Yeah. Yeah. Because I guess when Columbus ass is coming, that's
Made
what
it stop there or something?
Yeah.
It is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the New England Patriots. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. He's locked in early. Two nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd
Absolutely.
make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Carson, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Justin Rohrwasser now for the Patriot field goal.
Patriot field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Washington 1st down.
They'll set up to throw. That one caught by Gibson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
56, Mike, 56 right there.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. They run it with Carson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the
things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up. That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
The score, Patriots 3.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Carson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Tackle made at the
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw to Michel on the screen. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
30-yard attempt.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw here. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
But it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
That's taken on the 25. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
Good.
A big play there for New England. 47 yards.
10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. This is Carson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. A good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A gain of 37.
Washington.
Back to throw. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, as the first half is winding down. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Patriots 10, Washington 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score. and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Justin Rohrwasser now for the Patriot field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said does. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it right side to Cooper. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims Jr., his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to make this a close game again. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
6-yard line.
Now back to throw. To the right side, complete to Miller. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run again with Carson, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And it was again on the last play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
27.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with Carson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Patriots 23.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's going to got his man complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He's to the 10, and he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another 1st down run right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Patriots' 8-yard line.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Goal from the 8-yard line.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. He'll look to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Patriots 23, Washington 21.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Carson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Patriots 30. Washington.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this shit.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
11 on the play. First down, Washington.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
To Terry McLaurin. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 22-yard line.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And Washington able to make this a close game again. And the lead is down to 2.
Good. Makes the score Patriots 30, Washington 28.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. He'll look to throw. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. That is caught inside the 5. And the Patriots are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
At the 2-yard line.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more.
Good. Makes the score Patriots 37.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
54, check, watch 54.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Chris Carson, the ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Pats, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off. Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me ball, as soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do, sit on the throne, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew, you need a win, who need a win, that's all we do, I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go, from sideline to touchdown, I put on a show, I had to kick off and go, I had to kick off and go, we'll step on, spin, move. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the that. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed.